call these surprise endings bizarre, strange, or mysterious because they're anything but pleasant and far from what you would expect. Number 11. When the wind picks up in an outdoor marketplace in Turkey, these storekeepers work together to keep an umbrella from flying away. Sadly, it doesn't work at all. You are probably too busy watching this poor guy take flight to notice the true ending of this video. They were worrying about this umbrella the whole time, but failed to notice a second umbrella hit the ground as soon as he goes airborne. Talk about ironic and unexpected endings. And in case you're wondering, yes, this brave man was okay. He did fly 9 feet into a pole, which was not caught on camera, but somehow he was perfectly fine. Number 10. This video, posted by a man in the Moroccan city of Marrakesh, claims to be targeted by locals after converting to beliefs that's unpopular in the area. Men with their faces covered visit their house with a red canister filled with what I presume is gasoline and threaten to burn the place down. They seem genuinely ready to rip the door down and tear this family apart, especially when they pull out a huge blade and throw it at the door in a display of disgust. Here's the twist. According to a local news source in the area, the video is staged and was made by a family seeking asylum in America. Their anger is quite convincing, and the family really does look scared. So I want your opinion on if you think this is a performance or really a family in distress. Number 9. I wasn't able to find much backstory on this video, so if you recognize where it's from, then please give us more information. But anyway, 2 men are powering down a narrow and shallow channel in a small boat when they see an adolescent crocodile hurry away. Less than 10 seconds later, they see another young crocodile, this one the same size as the first, but I bet you didn't see this much more apparent danger up ahead, and I guess neither did they. The unexpected ending, aside from the fact that they didn't turn around immediately, is that the crocodiles retreat and they didn't get chomped. I guess the loud engine was enough to startle them out of the way because the boat was greatly outnumbered. The water is also extremely shallow, and I could only imagine what would happen if they were to have gotten stuck in the mud at that crucial moment. Number 8. A man pulls up and hears strange noises overhead, like something running across his roof. He walks off camera, presumably to take a look at the roof, and that's when it happens. The noise he was hearing was not an animal, but rather the widening cracks in his roof, reaching their absolute breaking point. If you ever hear any noise like this from above, don't stop and listen. Just leave, because as this scary video shows, you could have less than a minute before the ceiling comes caving in. Number 7. A police detective knocks on your door. He has a badge on his hip and talks on a radio, and it sounds like they mentioned something about a resident inside, meaning you.
We're querying something by a resident.
If you would open the door, he would ask you questions about a missing persons case he was assigned to.
Can you open the door? Hi, sorry to bother you so late. I'm Jeff Rushmore with the Winfield Police Department. I'm an investigator.
But there's no case because he's really not an officer at all. Something tells me this person is just on a power trip, but he could have had some long-term plan in store for these homeowners. If you don't answer the door fast enough, he gets slightly annoyed and tries to look through each window, as if he's forcing himself into their lives. People went to the news before he ever got to launch the second phase of his plan, if there was one. Maybe he was planning to follow up with more questions at a later date in an odd game of stalking that he never got to fully carry out. Number 6. Something is very wrong with this mannequin, and you'll never guess what it is. It looks completely normal here, but things are about to take a turn for the creepy. The mannequin moves all by itself and even seems to track some shoppers as they walk by. It's a creepy scenario, but I think this is probably planned and not paranormal. In my opinion, this almost has to be a clever advertising technique and not the work of a shopping mall ghost, as the title of the video says. This store probably set up animatronic mannequins to get people's attention and hopefully draw them into the store. It might work on some, but I think it also freaks a lot of them out. I know if I saw this, I would choose someplace else where the mannequins stay in place like they're supposed to. So they might want to rethink this marketing strategy. Number 5. Scotty, the NJ medium, is holding a ghost hunting expedition when he thinks he hears a growling noise. He wants the ghost to reveal itself, and that's when things do not go as they'd expected.
What's the name of the person growling?
The door opens, but what happens next is a total surprise. The spirit box says who's knocking, followed by 2 taps at the door. Obviously, no one is standing on the other side, because you'd be able to see them easily.
Yo, are you kidding?
Scotty and his team admit they're not sure if the door was latched shut or not, but they say there's no wind. I'm pretty sure I can hear wind though, so I'll turn the sound up and you tell me what you think. Number 4. A YouTube channel called Outdoor Adventures encounters some creepy activity in the woods that some viewers are certain is paranormal. It happens during the first night of a camping trip. He's looking into the distance when there's a brief burst of movement coming from over his shoulder. He suspects that this could be some deer running behind him, but I think it looks more like a ghost encounter because of its pale color and formless shape. Ordinarily, I would say that this was steam from his breath, except this was taken in the middle of summer in north central Pennsylvania, so it's obviously too warm out. And I don't think he's making up the date because it's warm enough that he doesn't need a jacket. So that's surprising and all. But there's one more scary part to this video that I'm sure you won't expect. Did you happen to see the eyes watching over his shoulder at 2 minutes and 17 seconds? Because whatever this is, sure sees the camera. Its odd eyes spaced across an unseen face, much larger than yours or mine. Number 3. A YouTuber named Phoebe Mayhew made a scary face swap video from 2016 that's still an unsolved mystery to this day. And I'm hoping this is the year we can find an answer. So Phoebe makes a joke about having no friends to face swap with, when this invisible presence takes her up on her generous offer to change faces.
Hello, anyone want?
The eerie apparition is apparently above her, and she switches places with something peering in from the highest point of the door. So the only thing in the corner that possibly looks like a face would be the overhead lighting. But when Phoebe tries to recreate the situation, nothing happens.
Wait, it's definitely not the light it was doing it to. Because the light's over there and it's not doing it now.
Like I said, I don't see anything else in that doorway that could have set off the face swap. Do you? It makes me wonder if something tall and creepy was watching her and then vanished. Number 2. Here's an unexpected ending that I really can't explain. A woman gets out of her car, and at first her vehicle remains, parked like normal cars tend to. Only when she's far down the street and no longer in sight, does her car go on an adventure all by itself, starting up again without keys and reversing, then driving in a circle before coming to a stop in the middle of the road, narrowly avoiding traffic all the while. And before you say this is a self-driving car, I have to say that this does not look like a Tesla at all. And it doesn't look new enough in my opinion to have this kind of expensive self-driving technology. So if you could help me identify the make and model of this car, it would help prove that this video shouldn't be possible. There's a logo on the front at 1 minute and 25 seconds that I can't make out, but maybe you can. Be sure to tell us if so. And any mechanics out there, please give us a technical explanation as to how a car could start up and drive all by itself, because this is the most surprising video I've seen in a long time. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Have you seen the number 15 music video yet? If not, you're definitely missing out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Number 1. The BBC never expected to air a most wanted photograph that looked a little too familiar for their liking, and you'll never expect who it resembles.
In March, we asked for your help in finding Victor Lakatov.
The ears, nose, eyes, brow ridge, and even a slight divot on the side of their head are all the same, but obviously this person did not escape authorities and become a famous television host. Still, with crazy coincidences like these, you have to wonder how many people are completely innocent and behind bars because their doppelganger did something wrong on video. Everyone wants to feel creeped out. At least they think they do until the fun ends and the fear starts.